A facelift can seem intimidating. It can be inconvenient as well because it can put a hole in your budget, in your wallet, and it kind of puts you down for a little bit as you're as you're trying to repair yourself and get better. But all of us want to prevent wrinkles and skin sagging as well. So what's the solution? We have Dr. Marta Pazos with us this morning, getting us some more on those options. Dr. Pazos, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Jim, for having me. It's such a pleasure to be here.
This is great. Your background is you are a chemist who has actually worked with companies like Estee Lauder and some of the biggest names in the beauty business. And you have some real solutions that can make a difference for all of us.
Well, that's what I'm hoping, right? And this solution was an answer to a lot of the problems that we go through, right? Women, but also men, when we reach a certain age, we all want to look our best. And we don't necessarily like to go under the knife or to have an injectable, right? I'm not afraid of knives or needles. However, though, I believe that your body is going to adversely react against those things that you put to it that is not a natural progression, right, so to speak. So which is why we came up with Rejuvalift.
Okay, so this is Rejuvalift. This is something that can you buy this over the counter?
You can currently buy it online.
Okay.
But yes, it is an over-the-counter product. It's not a pharmaceutical. It's not a drug.
It's not a drug. Okay, so we're going to try it on me. It takes about 3 minutes or so to work. So.
Yeah, we say 4, you know, just to err on the safe side. But yes, three is probably good enough.
So I took makeup off under this eye. We're going to see if this can help even me, this single mother of one who gets up at two in the 2 in the morning, you know, tired all the time. So
you can only imagine.
Yeah, well, if anybody needs help, it's me. So this is what it looks like. These little vials. And so what do you do?
So you just stir one of the vials, right? Let's do the live demo, and then you twist it open. Okay. And now I always tell people to put it on the hand that you don't use, right? Okay. So for instance, I'm right-handed, so I put a little bit on my left hand. So do you want to put it? Are you right-handed?
I'm right-handed. Yeah.
All right. So let's put a little bit on your left hand. Okay. And now with your right hand, whatever finger you feel the most comfortable with, just tap a little bit. Okay. All right. That's more than enough, and then tap onto the eye where you're going to put it on. Okay.
So if I'm just putting it under the bags there.
So it's very, very important that you tap. And you don't spread it. I know we're creatures of habit, so we tend to, when we have a face product in our hands, we just like smear it all over, right? But this is extremely important that you tap, that you don't smear, and you let it sit, and I think that's more than enough. Okay. Yes. So I put just enough to cover one eye. Okay. And as you see, you can always, and if you feel that there is some excess, I know that we're not looking at a mirror right now. Right. But if you feel that there is some excess, you can always tap a little more. Okay. And this could work for the eyes or anywhere, correct? I mean, as far as the forehead, some other problem areas. Yes. So the product is formulated with argireline, which is also known as argireline, which is a polypeptide that temporarily reduces the movement at the microscopic level of your muscles. Oh, okay. So then the clays, which also have, the product has, penetrate through the skin, right? And since it doesn't have that much movement, they can act better. Okay. And what they do is that they rearrange the water in the inner layers of your skin. So where you have the most water, which is, you know, those puffy eyes, it kind of reduces that away. And if you have wrinkles where you have them, it plumps them from within with that moisture. You can feel it. At first I thought maybe it was just moisture, but you can feel something. I don't know how to do it. Right? Yeah, almost a tightening, like a coolness, but I can feel it doing something. How long do the results last once you have this on? So generally, I mean, the minimum is 6 hours, but it always depends on how much you move, also the type of your type of skin, right? So for people that have oily skin, it tends to last a little less. Okay. But for, you know, normal skin, and particularly under the eyes where there's no oil, it can last 6 or more. But also if you're constantly moving, if you're touching or rubbing your eyes, it's not going to last much more than 6 hours, but minimum 6. Now, what is the price for something like this? There were, 5 different little vials in there. So the starter kit is $19.95 online. Okay. $29.95 is going to be on retail. Okay, this is amazing. And so how many years did it take to come up with this? And I know this is just one of several products
products that you wanted to talk about today.
Yes. So, well, these took quite a few iterations, right, to get to that sweet spot where you're going to see the results fast that are going to last for a few hours, and you don't see like residue or caking, or you don't even feel uncomfortable, right? Because sometimes I put some product and I just want to wipe it off right away, right? Because you feel so uncomfortable. And then, you know, as far as the skincare goes, like I mentioned before, I don't believe very much in surgical procedures, right? I actually believe that proper skincare as part of your daily routine is key to maintain that healthy skin look, right? And also prevent the premature signs of aging. So what does proper skincare look like, right? So steps, so important. Cleansing at least twice a day with like a soap, a soft, mild soap.
So it can be any drugstore but soft, mild soap?
Yeah. And I actually, normally in the morning, I don't even use soap, right? I just water. Just, you know, just to wake up your skin, so to speak. Also, combine it with makeup removal at night. Well, if you still have makeup in the morning, do it in the morning too. Then the next should be toning. So cleansers tend to be fairly basic, and our skin is acidic. So with a toner, you can balance the pH back down. Then hydration is so important. And so collagen, which is the compound which is responsible for that youthful elasticity of the skin, lives in water. So you need hydration to keep that collagen healthy. And how to better get hydration is with water-based serums that contain ingredients like hyaluronic acid, which can drag the moisture down where it's needed most.
So you say serums versus moisturizer?
So the moisturizer comes next.
Oh, okay. So serum first.
Yeah,
and then,
the serum, the water-based serum, what it can do is like that. It gives you that thirst quench, that burst of hydration. Right? And then with the moisturizer, you create a barrier so the hydration does not get lost, and also that barrier will protect you against external elements. Right? And if you can also include like a treatment in between, something with antioxidants, which are like the zappers for the infamous free radicals, which can come from outside. But we also produce those free radicals with our metabolism, right? So, and in places like Florida, absolutely SPF always.
SPF is important. Are there affordable brands? I always think this as I'm, you know, in the drugstore and you just look at the aisles and aisles and aisles, or in the department store. Are there brands that you recommend, some over the other? Again, I know that you've worked with Estee Lauder and some of the biggest names, but sometimes that can break the bank.
Of course they can, and there's a lot of drugstore brands that are very, very good. I always recommend to look at the ingredients, right? The ingredients are extremely important. So do your homework as far as where to find those ingredients that will be best for your skin. Also, talk to your skin, communicate with your skin. Your skin has a lot of things to say, right? So test product. The good thing about product is if it doesn't work for you, you can always use another one, right?
That's true,
Yeah, and as far as the price point goes, yes, you can find in drugstores a lot of really good product, right? And I always look for those that don't contain everything. Avoid the kitchen sink type of formulations.
Right.
So
not the all-in-one.
The all-in-one, no. The steps is better, because the all-in-one, what may happen is that those ingredients may interact between one another. So when they get to your skin, they don't perform the job that they're supposed to.
So in the morning, just the cold water, then you're saying the serum, and then the moisturizer. SPF is important.
SPF is very important, but only if you're going to go out. Right? If you're going to stay indoors, don't use SPF. You don't need it, and it's an extra, you know, an extra product that is not going to bring you any benefit.
All right. Well, speaking of product, how do I look?
Oh my God. Isn't that amazing?
Is it a difference? I don't know. Let's see.
Do you feel it tight?
I can feel a definite tightening. I don't know if you guys can see.
I do notice.
So this is the one that it has it on.
Yes.
This is the one that doesn't. But this has makeup too, to be fair.
Yes.
So,
so now I can actually, before I could notice the difference, right? Because you had removed the makeup on one eye. Now I can't.
Wow. So this one has makeup and this doesn't, and they look the same.
Yes.
That's pretty remarkable.
One way to avoid makeup.
All right. I'm in. Sign me up. So again, this is the product that we were demonstrating here is called Rejuvalift, and you said you can get that online.
Yeah.
Rejuvaliftbeauty.com is
Correct.
the website to go to.
Yes.
This is pretty amazing. Dr. Pazos, thank you so much. We'll put a link to this on our website as well. Wait, let me hold this up so you guys can see it. Try that shot one more time. There we go. Where are we? Aha, right there. Right there. So that's what it looks like. So Rejuvalift, and we will again put a lift. Yes, put a lift there too. But put a link on our website so that you can check it out if you should choose to. And we'll also put information on how to get in touch with Dr. Pazos and all the great tips that she gave us this morning. Thank you so much. We
Thank you so much.
appreciate that.